Hi again. I promised I would talk to you more about men and me. Um, okay, in case you haven't been watching, um, my name is Susie and I am almost 70 years old, and I've been telling everything about my whole life. And when I was living in Atlanta in my 60s, I had a very active dating life and having a lot of fun, going out every weekend, dancing and partying. And then I moved to Florida when I retired, and I've been here over 4 years now. So things are different now. Of course, I'm getting older. You see, I'm letting my hair grow out natural. I haven't, it's July now, and last time I colored it, I think it was right before the holidays. So I'm going natural. And I'm really pretty much given up on men. I'm not trying anymore, that's for sure. I am not trying anymore. I put in a lot of efforts um, since I got here, I think. Enough, at least for my age, and I've just given up. Okay, so when I first moved here, first I met a guy, I just moved here, and I met a guy over by the parking lot near the office, and he had a hot car. There's a lot of hot cars in Florida, antique cars and stuff. Well, this guy had a vintage Corvette, and I walked over to him because I'm brand new in the community. I live in this. I moved into this over 55 community, and I'm brand new, and I want to make friends, of course. So I walked up to him, and he was a pretty good-looking guy. And I said, introduced myself. I said, nice car. And we started talking. I told him I just moved here. He was real friendly. We exchanged phone numbers, and he took me out and about. I told him the first time when he came and picked me up, I told him, I just moved here. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for friends. I want to get out and have some fun and meet people. And I appreciate going out with you, but I just want you to know that I'm not looking for a relationship, which was true. I really did just want to make friends. And if you watched my previous episodes, I had a lot of guy friends in Atlanta that I was just friends with, no kissing, nothing like that, just friends with. We went out, we hung out, you know, we ate together, partied together, danced together, but, there was nothing romantic between us. And I was used to being able to do that with guys, but no luck with that here in Florida. It's been different. So I did hang out with him a little bit, and it was all fine. I liked him like a friend, and he respected that. He was cool with that and everything. But when COVID happened, he was one of those that became super duper cautious and really isolated. He wasn't going anywhere outside at all. So, you know, I haven't seen him ever since COVID, really. I called him once or twice to check on him, and as a friend, and that's what he told me, that he was just being super duper careful. So that was one. Then there's another one that was quite handsome, and I went out with him, who lives here also, and I went out with him. He took me to dinner once, and I think I had him over here for dinner once, and went to a dance at the clubhouse with him once. That was about it. Good looking guy, very nice. But same thing happened. When COVID happened, he was, isolating himself, not doing anything. I really haven't seen him since. Also, I ran into his ex-wife before COVID. I ran into his ex-wife in the pool one day. Um, I found out because she was talking about him, and it was clicking in my head. That sounds like somebody I know. And sure enough, it was his ex-wife staying with him. So that's a little bit, you know, uh, um, shy away from those kind. I don't like that because, if your ex-wife comes and stays with you for a while, I don't know if he's sleeping with her or not, but it still shows that there's something there. There's still something there. Um, there's another guy that I never had anything at all with, but got friendly with him. Same situation. Well, he's actually living with his ex-wife, and there's several of them around here, that they divorced and then they, in their old age, they end up getting back together, but not remarried, maybe just living together, maybe separate bedrooms, maybe they're not having sex anymore. I don't know. But it's tells me that there's something between them that's still good, and I'm not getting in the middle of any of that, you know. I learned, if you watched my previous episodes, I learned my lesson. I don't even be friends with a married man, and most of the people in this community where I live are married. Um, so I, and some of the, I mean, I'm friendly with a lot of the wives and with the men, but I would never ever get in the middle of anything. No, I don't want to be friends with them. Just chummy, but not really good friends. Can't do that. So then there was another guy that in the community here. That makes three guys that I was hung out with. I'll say anyway in the community. The third one moved here just about the same time as me, and he was a super nice guy, and we dated for 2 months. We saw each other every couple of days for 2 months, and I really liked him a lot. I didn't feel like crazy about him, but I really liked him a lot, and we had some good times. He was great. But he wanted to get, he wanted me to be his girlfriend, and um, we didn't make out or anything like that. We just hung out together a lot. And we kissed one time, and I didn't feel good about it. That it took a while to get to that kiss. I mean, it took like a month or more before he kissed me. I knew it would be coming because we were seeing a lot of each other. But when it happened, it just didn't feel right to me. And you got to have that physical chemistry to have a really good, you know, to really be boyfriend and girlfriend, which I think is such a crazy way to say it when you're old people, but they still say that. So anyway, um, he wanted a relationship. He wanted to bump it up. And I said, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I just want to be friends. And then he didn't want to be friends. So we're not even friends. I mean, I haven't talked to him since. Sad to say. And he's another one that I've never even seen him around the community ever since. He doesn't socialize much. Um, and then I went out of the park, right, where I live. I went to a place called Pastimes. That was before COVID. They closed up with COVID, and I don't know if they got new owners or what. I think there's a different name on it now, but I went there a few times, and I went by myself the first time. I was looking for a place to dance, and I went by myself, and I'll tell you, there was I walked in the door, and there was two ladies sitting at the bar, facing the door. I walked in, they smiled at me right away. They saw I was alone. They said, hi. They introduced themselves. They said, they pointed to an empty seat, bar stool right next to them. They said, you can come and sit with us. That was so sweet, so friendly. Linda Owens. Thank you. I know you're not watching, but she did make friends with me on Facebook. I hardly ever see her. But what a sweetheart, and the other lady that she was with. And so there was a nice band there. I danced a little, met a guy, and ended up danced with him and dated him a little couple of times, right? Nice looking guy. Took me out a couple times, nice dinner. It was all good. I liked him. It was all good except for two things. One thing, his wife had died just a year before, and he talked about her a lot, and it was too soon for him. I could tell it was too soon for him. And the other thing was when I noticed his fingernails, like he had not clipped them or anything. They were long and dirty, dirt under his fingernails, long, ugly fingernails with dirt under them. That was such a turn off. It's like I didn't want him to ever touch me again. And we never even kissed, but we did dance. And I mean, you know, maybe put his arm around me, maybe held hands, that kind of thing. But we never even kissed. Anyway, I think we had probably three dates. I remember I went to the beach with him once. He took me out to eat probably twice. And that was it. Nice guy. Liked him a lot, but take take care of your fingernails and your toenails and your teeth and all that stuff if you want to date. Really. Um, really, please. So that was a turnoff for me. And then I went to the Moose, and I was able to dance there. I met a few guys there, uh, three different guys that I took to my community clubhouse where we have dances, and three guys I danced with at the Moose. I asked at different times if they wanted to come to dance at my clubhouse, and they did, and um, they were all nice, and they all wanted a relationship with me, which I just really want to be friends and dance with them. I didn't feel that kind of, drawing to them. But they were all very nice. Um, I just would say not my type, you know. Um, and there was a few good looking guys at the Moose, but they were all had girlfriends or wives or something. And there was only a few that could really dance good, which I really enjoy dancing with a good dancer. Not that I'm that great, but it's such a pleasure to dance with a really good dancer. Um, I said it before, I'll say it again, guys. Take dance lessons. It's so much fun, and the girls will love you. And if you have any sense of rhythm, you can do it. It takes a while. Don't expect to get it right away. It takes a while, but it's a good investment. And group lessons are fine. You don't have to do the individual. Group lessons are cheap, and do it. It's worth it. So I haven't even gone to the movies because there's three guys that like me, and now it's like I don't even want to go because I feel bad because uh, so I haven't been in a long time. And let's see now. I went on Facebook dating, looking, right? I really thought that when I moved to Florida, I really thought that I would find somebody, um, and hopefully get married again. Or if we don't even get married, at least I would find, someone to grow old with, a best friend to take care of each other, Um, I really thought that would happen, but 4 years later, I've given up because I did try. And, it's funny because people tell me all the time that I look good, I look younger than I am. I'm just about 70. People tell me all the time that they thought I was like just about to turn 60 or something, like around 10 years younger. And I'm not overweight. So, I don't feel like it's my looks. I mean, it might be for some, some guys want blonde, I mean, I don't have great big boobs. Some guys won't like it that I'm turning gray, that I'm a natural type. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup and I don't anyway, I don't know, but I know that I have a strong personality. It's probably why I'm on YouTube. Um, I've been told that I am pushy, bossy, that kind of thing, and I really try not to be. Um, I just want to have some fun. I just want to have some fun. That's all. I want to have some fun and I want to have some affection. But like I say, it ain't happening and I ain't trying anymore. If it happens, it will just happen naturally. So I went on Facebook dating. Um, I met, let's see how I wrote it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember 4 from Facebook dating that I met up with. Um, every one of them is nice. I mean, and everybody puts on their best when they, if they're on, any online dating thing and they get a meetup, of course, everybody's trying their best, right? Um, but only one that I had an attraction to. And I gotta say, the guys were very nice, um, but one of them really talked too much about himself. I felt like he didn't show any interest in me at all. He was just, talking too much about himself. Um, and one guy scared me a little bit. And that was the only time I was ever, because I did online dating years ago, Match.com, I did. And I told you about that way back in a different episode. But this guy, I met him in broad daylight in the afternoon in just like in front of Publix, in the shopping, in the parking lot in front of Publix. That's where we met. And he got something about his personality, something about the way he came on that was a little bit creepy to me. Even though he didn't say a lot, he was kind of quiet. And he didn't look bad. He looked pretty nice. I saw, he had posted pictures of his house and all, and it looked nice. He was well dressed and had a nice car and all that. But something a little creepy about the way he came on. And what really creeped me out was when I was saying goodbye, he wanted a kiss, and no way, I never kiss anybody on a meetup like that. But he kind of, I had opened my car door to get into my car, and he like stepped up, so he had me kind of cornered in, like, with my door open. He wanted a kiss, and um I got a little bit scared for a second. I don't get scared easy, but I got scared for a second because I thought he was going to force something on me. Um, but he didn't. But he got pretty darn close. I didn't like it, because I was saying, no, sorry, gotta go, and he was like, really wanting a kiss. And anyway, pushed him away, and that didn't happen. So, but there was one guy on Facebook dating that I really liked. I really liked him. I met him in Daytona. Um, we ended up like almost 4 hours. We walked on the beach. We went out on the pier. He bought me dinner, um, and drinks, and we talked a lot. And I liked him from the minute I saw him. Um, he was it. What I felt the clicking, I felt the chemistry. I was I was so excited because after all of those that didn't go real right for me, I felt like I finally hit on it. This is it. Um, and I thought it all went good, but and when, we said goodbye, he said that he would see me again soon, and we did text and talked a couple times. Um, he made 2 dates that he canceled both at the last minute, apologized, rain check, um, but it never happened. Uh, after a little bit of time, I let him be friends on Facebook with me. So I got to know him a little bit better through that. I invited him to watch me on YouTube. Um, and we still texted and talked a couple times, but with long intervals, like maybe a month or two in between, and never had that second date. Never happened. And then I cut him off of Facebook 2 or 3 times because I thought, what's the point in this? I don't like strangers on my Facebook. I was trying to get to know him thinking that, something was going to happen, but nothing ever did. So, done. I mean, I'm not hanging on to a hope forever, right? So, I guess he didn't like me. He was actually rude to me a few times, but to me, it's something with my personality, I guess. I like a challenge and I don't get put off easy. I don't get mad at people easy. I can let things roll off. I think, I can give people that leeway, like, oh, having a bad day, bad mood, testing me, whatever. I could roll with that because there was so much that I liked about him. But maybe he was one of those toxic people. I don't know. Anyway, oh, and one of those times when we were chatting, because nothing was really happening, right? And we talked about just being friends, and I said, yeah, cool. But just being friends to me means that you hang out together, you see each other once in a while, you do things together. Being friends with somebody that just lives a couple miles away and you never ever see them is not really being friends, So I don't know what his ideas were. But one time when we were chatting, um, I told him, well, I decided to go on to Silver Singles out there online. Uh, I signed up for 6 months, right? See how that goes. So I did that, and he signed up. Like when I told him about it, he signed up, and the next day, me and him matched, 88% match, which is supposed to be a really good match, because they actually match your personalities. Um, and you know, we were like laughing about it. Yeah, we matched, but he's still nothing happened. So I don't know what his story is. I feel bad in a way, but I'm getting over it because it was stupid. It was never anything. It was just an attraction for me that never panned out. And that was my last one. I'm not gonna keep going through this. It's like every guy that likes me a lot, isn't clicking for me. You got to have a little bit of sparks, something, you got to want to get in their arms and cuddle and be happy to kiss them and stuff. And if you can't feel that, it's not there, I'm not looking for a man to take care of me financially. Um, I like to go out, but I not so much anymore. I don't even care that much about going out. Once in a while, I enjoy it, appreciate it, but I don't need to go out all the time. But I'm not gonna have somebody just being my couch potato either, you know. Anyway, my time's up, so I hope you enjoyed and maybe get some pointers from that if you're thinking about dating and you feel like you're getting old. That's my best advice. Roll with it, try it, give up when you need to. I'm done. I love you all, and I don't have any more plans right now, but I probably will see you again if you subscribe, because that's how you're going to know I'm out here. Um, Let me know if you want to see me again. Thank you. God bless.